So I am back at my mom's house, and my cat is very happy about that because whenever I'm gone, just in general, she just whines. Apparently, just because she likes company. She doesn't like to cuddle. Like she doesn't come up and try to cuddle most of the time. But she likes when someone's here. Even if I'm in the kitchen for too long, she'll go to the steps and just start yelling, and then the dogs will come racing up towards her. Um, and when I was getting ready to leave, I refilled. I was talking to my mom in my room, and I was filling up her food bowl, and I just offhandedly made the joke like that should last her all weekend. You know, we didn't have like a discussion about it or something. We were talking about something else, but I was just like, that should last her all weekend. And my mom took it completely seriously and did not feed her. Uh, God. I mean, it was only like a day, but like, I got back and I just heard it in her, in her crying, in her meowing, and like her voice was dry. If I guess she has a voice, and I was like, what's going on? It's like this fucking like. Because my mom, my mom was called me, and she was talking about, oh Christ, okay, sure, books fell. But no, she called me when I was over there, and she was just like, I'm on speaker with the cat. She misses you. I'm like, yeah, yeah. And then so I tell her, she was crying because he never fed her, and she was like, oh, I thought I didn't need to, and I'm like, no. No, of course you do. That was a joke. So my cat went hungry. Also, my books fell. I gotta pick those up. Is this event about to be over? Yes, it is. I'll keep that opening. But I'll have to skip to oh. Yeah, I'll have to skip about an hour ahead, but that opening was fine, so I'll keep that. See ya when the new event is here. One thing I'm gonna be glad about when this second season is over and the third season starts is like I'm almost certain that I won't be playing VC, and that means that I won't have to do these stay up till 11 to cover the new event things anymore, because I don't like staying up till 11 and still having to do a half-hour talking show, because I don't like staying up till 11 in general, but like I'm already fucking tired by 11, so... Oh god, so I started out the day at my dad's house. Oh god. Had myself a chicken sandwich. Watched some YouTube videos, then got to work on the wood shit. Didn't get around to finishing that because my mom just like absolutely had to pick me up or something. So she did, and there wasn't like that much left, so my brother probably won't be that pissed. But like the thing is, if I had started Saturday, I would have been able to get it done. Like we were, I guess I talked about it, but we were like getting ready, and I was like, I want to work on this computer thing because it's slightly more time sensitive, and I should do it like now. So I went and I did that, and then I didn't do any of the shit that day. Because he was like, that's fine as long as you get it done this weekend. Like, this is the thing that I want you to do this weekend. Take all the nails out of these, put them here. It's like, get it done this weekend. And I was like, you got it. And I guess just like because he said, I don't care if you do it tomorrow, I was like, he probably thinks I can do all this tomorrow, so I'll just do it all tomorrow. And it's like, I got done my shit, and then I just kind of chilled and watched a 2-hour movie when I probably could have went out and started on the shit. Oh my god, the screen turned off. I forgot that it did that. we still have audio though because I'm recording. I record backup audio, so now we're back. Now we're now we're good. Now we're synced. Eeny meeny miny mo. That's what I gotta do to sync it. No, it's not. Not at all. I'm pretty good at syncing it actually. All I have to do is make one louder than the other one, and then just figure out which one happens first, and then just move them a little bit, and get them close enough, and then just turn off the audio for the one, and then it's synced. You know, it is relatively important that I sync it because the game sounds like I'm still just like talking, and even if it's like a minute off, you know, I'm still talking and I'm barely talking about the game, but there's still game sounds that happen, and I want those to be still synced up with the video. So yeah. But was it like May, maybe? What, 48? So 52 videos. No, wait. Not 40. 60. 68. 42 days. In 42 days, so just over a month, I'm actually just kind of done with this game. Uh-oh. I mean, I've brought it up before. I brought it up in a stream, and the people at the stream were like, I don't care. And a lot of people that I talked to were just like, yeah, this game's just getting kind of oof. Oh shit! I guess we should look at the let's go look at the info. Celestial Jubilee. That's a thing. Holly, I guess. Well, my sister's name is Holly. It's not important. It's just a fact. There was a time, very very long ago. There was like a month span of time where she spelled her name with an I just to be fun or something. She was like, I'm gonna spell my name with an I from now on. And then she dropped it very quickly, and if you ask her about it now, she will not remember. She will just absolutely not believe you. But there's like a thing we all signed. All of the kids signed like a Christmas letter thing, or like it was a picture. It was a picture of all the kids, and everybody signed it, and it was like a gift to my grandmother. And we have it now, because my grandmother passed away. Just rest her soul or whatever. Huh? I have to say that because she was religious, but I'm not religious. I don't know. But pretty much all that stuff, you know, we have all that stuff now because Grandpa lives with us. And we found that I found that picture, and she signed it with the I. So it's just like one day I want to talk to her about it and just show it to her. She'd be like, see, look, yeah, that's your handwriting. You used to sign your name with an I for a very short period of time. Fariana. Sometimes. Oh yeah, I didn't look at the thing. Whoa. Whoa, what? Oh, every turn. Oh, that is fucking cool. Yeah, she doesn't even need to attack. It's just 3 turns, and then their attack goes up. I mean, it's not by very much, but that's still pretty cool. And plus, that thing is great. So people are gonna like her. She's an LR though, so she's very hard to get. Damage 7 times the enemy. Oh, right. You are in the energy war. So it's 7 times the enemy. What? So it's the same skill. So instead of the upgraded version of that skill, it's the same skill, but also 1 time 100% boost after 1 attack. Interesting. And this thing, whatever this is, damage and absorb. Damage and absorb is actually pretty cool. Especially because it's damage to all enemies, so she's absorbing 100% anyway, so it's just like it's getting a lot of that health. So if she's like dead or about to die, and you just suck that up, and then she's healed up real good. Also counterattack. I don't like counterattack. Okay, maybe I'll do this. I can't even say that. I just can't. I don't. Oh, tons of jewels. Right. I guess they took that away. Oh, previous unvet counts will be reset upon renewal, so I can get another legendary summon ticket. If I after that resets. Very interesting. Somebody, yeah, that's what they're talking about in here. Chris wants that done for I don't know. I think, who did I have do that for me before? I think it was Frank. Shout out to Frank. I'm pretty sure it was Frank. If it wasn't, sorry. My memory usually doesn't fail me, you know? I mean, just in general, like, I have a pretty good memory. There are some things, like, that I still kind of think about as memories, but I'm pretty sure they were just, like, dreams, or just I made them up or something. Because I like, vividly remember flushing a Frisbee down the toilet, but that can't, like, that just, I gotta ask my mom or my dad about that or something. Because my dad has a better memory, but it's more something my mom would care about, so I'll probably ask her if I ever tried or did flush a Frisbee down the toilet. I just remember, I feel like there was a time where I just liked flushing things down the toilet and just making it flood. I like to make a mess, you know? I also remember the various times I projectile vomited. It's just, yeah. Well, there's two that I can really remember. Things about to get a little gross. If you don't like vomit, I mean, you know, it's a natural process. It's your body trying to get rid of the shit that doesn't like. Better out than in. Really, just I can remember 3 times that I vomited. One was more recent, but I can remember the 2 when I was much younger. I don't know what I used to eat, but I would vomit every now and then, I guess. And I would projectile vomit. And I just remember, I just, like, walked out into the kitchen, and maybe my mom was there. I don't think I got much on her, though. But I just remember just fucking splattering just all over the wall. Just like 4 feet across, just covered the wall. It got a little bit on, like, a table, too. Just everywhere. I mean, I could be exaggerating it because this was a very long time ago. But I don't really remember why. I just remember that it happened. I also remember doing it, like, my dad was driving me to middle school, I think it was. I can kind of remember the layout of the everything, and we were in the Suburban, big old van thing that we still have. It's a piece of shit, and there's a bunch of problems with it, but we still have the old thing. I think there's, like, the power steering's off and the battery's a little fucked. But I used to love that thing. I used to love it because I would just, like, nobody ever locked the doors, so I would just, like, open it and just chill in there with my friends. It was just a cool place to just chill, you know? Like you just like to chill. Or like a hiding spot. Like if we play hide and seek outdoors, you know, you pop the door open, hide in there. I don't know. I just like the idea of a car with a lot of space, where you could just, like, set up like a tiny house or some shit. Like, I didn't even understand the concept of a tiny house, but I still dreamt like just chill a mattress there, or like get like a fucking like a mini fridge or something somehow. It's just like that shit. I like that shit. I like always, like, I would say that I really wanted that car when I grew up, but now I don't want that car because it's a piece of shit, and also I puked all over it. No, not all over it, inside it. My dad was driving me to school, and I was just like, I don't feel very good. And then I remember, like, just because the way it looped around when you were dropping the kids off. I remember there was like one car ahead of us. Like I was about to just like get out and go to school, and I just like boom, just like not quite because of my angle. I didn't quite hit the windshield, but a lot of it because I was in the back. I was sitting in the back because I was a kid, and it I was tilted a bit to the right, so I was behind him and a bit to the right. So a lot of it made it to the front passenger seat and like his shoulder, but like I tilted down and it got just all over my binder that I had like next to me and like at my feet. And my dad was just like, I guess we're going home. So he just like drove back, and I'm just like just like the 15-minute or whatever drive back was horrible because I was just sitting there in that stench, just like, oh god, like stepping out of the car just shivering, like fucking clean me please, like I need a shower, do something about this situation, mother. I got the shower by myself, of course. It was middle school, but it was still just like, oh man, it's a lot of gross. Like it was weird because it's a situation that doesn't happen often. I don't feel, because like first of all we were driving the Suburban, which never happens, and it was my dad too, which also never happens. So strange. Maybe did he do that often? I think. Oh man, that is weird because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I totally had to drive to that school. It was too far away for the bus, so I'd have somebody drive me. I guess they just like traded off for some reason. I don't know. It's just weird because like I know my dad works. Like my dad's worked the same job for fucking 40 years or some shit. Probably like 35. But he's worked like the 9 to 5. It's like literally just the 9 to 5. So he leaves because he works like out in the city or whatever. So I mean, like, you don't know where he lives, or probably don't remember. I think I may have mentioned it like once, but I don't often talk about, where I live. But it's still like a half-hour drive out. So it just doesn't really add up. But I guess yeah. No, because now I remember driving up in the Cadillac. He bought a Cadillac at one point, and I remember driving up in that and just talking to people like, yeah, it's like my dad drives his Cadillac. It's a nice looking car from the outside. Like you see me stepping out of that, it's like, yeah, this is my old man, the old man's wheels right there. But at the same time, I don't feel like it was what happened every day, but maybe it was. I know my mom picked me up, of course. She forgot a lot of times, and was late most times. See, like, that's one of the reasons I don't have a job, actually, because, like, I don't have a license. I can't drive myself, and I live with my mom. My mom would drive me, and my mom would pick me up if I got a job. And my mom would forget and be late all the time if I got a job. When I had a job, she would forget and be late all the time. God, I just hate it. I hate sitting and waiting, just like so often, just sitting there on the sidewalk after school, and like I would know that I've been sitting there for 30, maybe 30, probably 20-30 minutes, something, because the elementary school kind of next door would let out, and then those kids would walk by, and like there's a time difference between when they let the elementary school out and the middle school out, because they don't want all that traffic at the same time. So I'd just be sitting there, and then I'd just see the elementary school kids walking by, and I'd be like, "Yep." And that would happen like once a week or something. just like, it's just fucking annoying. And that's just like, I mean, I know it's dumb that's one of the reasons that I don't want to have a job, but it is. And like I've told her, like, I don't want a job until I get a license, and she says I don't get a license until I get a job. So we're just kind of at a stalemate, and I'm just gonna kind of wait and see what the fuck happens, because I don't know what's gonna happen, but something's gonna happen. So yeah, talked a lot about my family this episode. Very interesting. I don't know, I've just been thinking a lot about my family. The next weekend, my brother and his fiance and my sister are all going to New Orleans, quite a whiles away, like Thursday or something. And my dad, hey, look, there's that thing that means it's 11:20. That means that in 10 minutes this video should go up, but it's not. I have to mention that every time. But yeah, as I mentioned, my dad broke his arm, his left arm, and he's already like disabled technically, because he lost his leg, one of his legs. I want to say it's his left leg. I don't think visually. I don't pay attention to physical features on most anything. So I honestly can't be certain about which leg he's lost. I want to go with his left leg, because I'm pretty sure he drives with his right leg. Like I thought about it sometime during the last week, just thinking about like which leg is it, just because for years I was never certain. I remember one time I made a little Lego minifigure to like represent him or whatever. Like I built a little thing with like a little pool table, and I gave him like a stick, and I was like, "Look, it's you're playing pool." And I took one of the legs off, and he was like, "Yeah, that's the wrong leg." And I was like, "Oh, I guess it is." I don't remember which one I took off, but I guess it really does. It's probably his left leg, because I'm pretty sure he drives with his right. Just because most people drive with their right leg, just because of where the pedals are, and where the clutch would be. But obviously he can't drive. What is it, shift or whatever, the thing with the clutch. He can't do that. He literally can't do that. He only has one leg. So he lost it when he was like 13 or 14 or something. He was just like fucking around with some friends, and like I don't really know the full story, because he doesn't tell stories. Like he doesn't sit down and explain things. He's just like, yeah, I lost it to a train. That's it. That's all. Like train took it. I think he tripped, or he got his leg caught, and then a train came by and just and yeah, it took his leg. Crazily enough, he still lives near a train. He's not haunted by trains or anything. He won't go running next to him. I mean, he kind of can't run. He can move quickly if he needs to, but he generally doesn't. But he still lives just near a train. And like I grew up at that house. I lived near a train for most of my life. Now, living in a house near a train as well. There were a few years living with my mom at various houses where we weren't near a train, and the house we're gonna move into next is also not near a train, but it is near the water. And one time I did actually hear there must have been like a boat or something making big old racket. Like it sounded like a train. It was that same kind of like there's some shit you gotta pay attention to, whistle thing. And I was like, there's not a train nearby, right? And my mom was like, I'm pretty sure there's not. And we decided it was a boat. So that's cool. So there's still a chance that there will just be loud noises when I'm making videos, but yeah. So this weekend they're all going, and I'm gonna stay there with my dad because he's just like gonna. I mean, he's gonna be chilling in his bed most of the time because he's on a bunch of pain meds because he just had surgery for his arm. But you know, I gotta make sure he takes his pills and I mean, he's a smart guy. He knows to do that shit, but at the same time, you know, just gotta make sure. Probably make him some food or something. Maybe get some driving practice in, because I can drive with him in the car, but he can't drive. So that'll be fun. I don't know if he'll let me. I know my sister's car is gonna be there, and my sister's car is so easy to drive. I fucking love driving that thing. And I've driven her car with him before. We did some just some parking practice or whatever when she was working. Like, we were literally like, because I just convinced him into it, and then we were just like, we're gonna steal your car tomorrow. And she was just like, well, I can't really help that because I'm gonna be working, and also it's not technically her car. It was his car, and then he got a new one, and she just used it. It's not in her name. It's just the one she uses. So we drove around with that one in it for a while. I mean, that's the one I've driven most. You know, like, the car I'm supposed to get is my mother's car. But my mom just like doesn't like drive with me because she gets so stressed. But my sister's super chill about it because she just generally doesn't like driving that much anyway. So she's just like, hey, you want to drive? And I'm like, yeah, sure. It's like, where do you want to go? Let's go to the mall. So, you know, we drive to the mall, drive home, drive all up, down, all around. I mean, her car is just like really fucking easy to drive. I love driving that car. So maybe, you know, I can drive like a grocery store or something if we need to. Oh, is that gonna? Okay. Yeah, I should probably end this episode. We're nearing like 30 minutes ish. So that means we can be done. I did just end up mostly talking about my family, so that's some insight into my family. It's not even like the most interesting parts, you know. I haven't even covered like all of the family because there's a lot of it. I got 5 siblings technically. I'm not really gonna get into that because it's an interesting story, but it's a very personal story. So no, I'm not gonna get into that. Take care of yourself.